Hi there, this is Spanners, just playing Elite Dangerous, just doing a jump. I'm currently carrying some illegal goods.
Three, two,
All in, so let's see what happens when I get there. So that was a hyper jump. See, it's fairly wonderful at the moment. When I land, I'm going to be in a mode called Super Cruise, which means I'm going at very fast. There we go. So first thing I want to do is change direction away from the sun. So now I'm going to press the 1 key and get my navigation systems up. I'm going to have a look at space stations in the area, which All Enterprise is the only one. So press space to lock it, and 1 again, and I'm back to here. So now, in the centre of the screen we've got the usual Elite disc that shows where I am. Slightly to the right of that and slightly up is what appears to be an old school target, and you can see a little square, a little yellow square going towards the middle of that. That's my current target in relation to me. Oh, I'm going too fast, so I need to throttle down a little bit. Oh dear, massively overshot that. So now I have to spin around. Now Elite Dangerous caught me by surprise initially, because it's, in this day and age of tutorials and things like this game's kind of brutal. It just drops you outside of a space station and you have to kind of figure out how the hell to get in. Which is a little bit nasty. It probably seemed very self-explanatory to the people who designed it, but it really isn't. So that caused a bit of puzzlement for me. But first thing I'd say in this game is, for the love of God, set your controls up. For me, I set to a joystick because the mouse control the game defaults to felt really wrong and very... it overcompensated all the time and stuff. I prefer the joystick. That still overcompensates, but it feels somewhat more natural. Big thing that caught me off guard when setting controls is there are a different set of controls for landing in stations. So when you stick your landing gear down, your controls suddenly change by default. That caught me by surprise and I smashed into something. Mainly because, oops, say I need to press J again to come out of warp, or whatever we want to call it. Sorry, Super Cruise. So yeah, anyway, the controls change when you're landing, and in my case the controls pretty much all reversed. So I was going merrily in one direction and suddenly everything reversed and I smashed into stuff. So when setting up your controls, take time in that area to make sure it'll work for you. Also, when you first start the game, another piece of advice is don't be in a hurry to get into the station. Fly around a bit, get used to it, try your controls out, and work out the dead zones on your joystick if you're using a joystick. So at the moment I'm flying next to a big space station, so I'm going to set that as my current locked target. And the reason I'm doing that is you can now see there's a little 3D projection to the right of the centre of my screen. That helps me work out where I need to go. I can't see a square on that round end in the front there, so that's not the docking port. The docking port must be the way I'm heading. Another tip is flight assist mode. Now, flight assist in this game helps you by making flying more feel very airplane-y, but it also gets massively in the way because it slows you down. So if you want to turbo boost and be fuel efficient, turn flight assist off. I've got my flight assist set as a toggle, by the way, so I turn it off. You see the little thing at the top, and then press my boost button. Now that will get me to 320 units of speed, whatever units we're talking about, and I won't slow down. So that's really good for a couple of things. One, getting around a station quickly, especially a massive one like this, and two, running the hell away from combat. So, just a tip for you. I'm going to turn flight assist back on now because I want to do a bit of a turn. I don't really want to plough into that guy over there either. And I'm going to slow myself down slightly. There we go. Now I'm heading towards the entrance. So now's a good time to ask for permission to dock.
Request granted.
And now I can start herring it again. Now the reason I'm herring it is because I actually want to not get caught with illegal goods. So I'm going as fast as I can into there. Now I need to go to landing pad 42. So you can see the entranceway. I'll try not to think about what's going on behind me. It sounds like someone just got shot. Here we are. So I'm going to slowly pan up and slow down slightly. Line up and increase speed again. 42 is where I'm aiming for. So, looks like it over there. Okay, awesome. And then slow roll.
Warning, landing gear not deployed.
Okay, we may have gotten away with this. Now, when landing, I need to slowly rotate. You'll notice the middle of the screen changes, by the way. So I'm currently above the top. Now, here's where my controls reversed, but I've set them up since then. So now, I need to deploy my landing gear. And when I deploy my landing gear, that's where this weird thing happens when my controls change. There we go, landed successfully.
Engines disengaged.
Okay, that's the end of the very first one. I'm going to hand in my illegal goods. I made 5,000 credits. I'll catch you guys later with a new pair of shoes.